Now, from the studios of Into Tomorrow in Miami, this is ITTV.
What if we paid more attention to what's most important to us personally? Well, our next guest company created an app to help people live effective and purposeful lives. We all might want to think we are doing that already, but he helps us to make sure we do that. The founder of focusCove is Jonathan Ushindi. Jonathan, welcome Into Tomorrow. Thanks for coming on. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Dave. What about yourself?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. Glad to have you with us. Tell me first a little bit about focusCove as your company, and then let's get into this particular app.
So, as you mentioned before, focusCove was created with the mission to help people live effective and purposeful lives. It's something that I'm very passionate about since I left the military. I had a very successful military career, but I realized that when I finished my contract, I did not actually do anything related to my purpose and to my life goals. That was a chapter that I just closed, and 5 years that I spent, and I can never get back. So, I created focusCoves to help people do that, and to actually everything whatever you're doing, it could be your military career or your career right now. You could also be following your life goals at the same time.
So I guess I understand what you're saying, that being in the military was purposeful to that extent, and certainly helped your country, and you know, thank you for your service and that sort of thing. But if it wasn't a personal goal, that's also understandable. I mean, some people go into the military and spend their career, and that's wonderful. If it works for them and that's their purpose, terrific. Were you thinking during those 5 years in the military what your purpose was, knowing that it wasn't to stay in the military?
Oh, yes. I knew very well that I will be in the military for just a period of time. And I also knew that someday I will be following my dreams and goals. It was always someday. I never thought that I could actually do both at the same time. And my time in the military was amazing. It was super successful, super great, and I loved it. And I'm still a very good friend with almost everybody that I met in there.
Oh, excellent.
Great folks.
Excellent, and that's good to hear, because you know, not only do most folks have the opportunity to say, I wouldn't trade it for the world, you know, I wouldn't necessarily do it again, but you know, it was like I spent many years as a police officer, and unfortunately lost 4 close friends who were killed in the line of duty. But the fact is, as an overall thing, it was a terrific experience, you know, and I relate it to your military experience. Not what you want to do the rest of your life necessarily, but I certainly learned a lot. It was a terrific opportunity, and again, met and I'm still friends with some great guys and gals that I was able to work with. And that's terrific. And I think for most people, it's very fulfilling. But as we pointed out in your introduction, there's more to life than that. Because as you say, you want to help us to be more effective and, I guess, more purposeful. So how do we do that?
So the way that we approach that, it's actually by prioritization. If you prioritize your life better, and you always keep in mind what is most important to you, which should always be your life goals and your purpose. Mm-hmm. If you always do that, you keep that from top of mind, you'll have the best of both worlds. Have a great career and also a great life, and you will never catch yourself, let's say 20 years later, and trying to now catch up on your goals and do what you always wanted to do. And that's why I created the Firstly app.
So the app is called Firstly, which right away makes me think, first think of your goals, your purpose, right? And then take it from there. I'm noticing on your website it says that Firstly keeps your days planned, productive, and focused. So initially I'm thinking, so it's kind of a day planner, a digital planner? Is that part of what you're doing?
Yes. I've noticed one thing, that there are amazing productivity applications out there, and I love them, and I've used many of them actually. But I've noticed that there is a small thing that could be improved, and that thing is focusing on helping people focus on their personal goals. Like, for example, right now, the only prioritization process that exists within all other productivity apps out there is they simply ask users, "Oh, what priority would you give to this task?" For example, and they give three options: high, medium, or low. And the user usually, our human instincts will be like to give high to the task that has the highest urgency instead of the task that has the highest importance or the highest priority. And so many people end up confusing, living their entire life confusing urgency and priority or importance. And also, and that's exactly why I would say something. It sounds a little bit very sad, but many people end up living their life, letting their job or other people prioritize their lives instead of actually going after their own purpose. And firstly, we'll not just tell you, hey, go after your goals, stop your career. It will just make sure that when you are looking at your productivity app, you will see that your goals and your life and your goals are actually on the top, and that should be your priority. One thing is sure, if a task in your regular job is it's an urgency, it's an emergency, you will just look at your productivity app. It will still be there. You'll still be able to see it among the other priorities, and you'll still do it, and you'll make sure that you get the job done. But at the same time, your life goals will stay on the top of your mind.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to know that your app isn't going to tell everybody, quit your job tomorrow and just do something else or look for something else. And by the same token, I think we all know a lot of people that if you ask them, what are your priorities in life? They're just going to say, oh, to make a lot of money. But that's really, I mean, if that works out, that's terrific. But I don't know that that really in and of itself is our real priority in life for most people. I mean, hopefully we want to be productive, we want to be effective, maybe we want to help people, maybe we want to serve, whatever number of things. But is that the kind of thing you're talking about, the ability to set those kinds of priorities, determine what it is we want to do in life? Yeah, we hope to make money, we hope to be successful in that sense, but there is more to life than that.
Yes, and if you don't mind, I would like to share my screen a little bit and show exactly how the application works. It will be very quick. As you can see, whenever this is my app right now and my day schedule, and you can see that at the very top, it says first, which means that these tasks have the first priority: journal, read, website updates, and among many other tasks.
Now, for those listening on the radio and have yet to see the video, just know that you can visit us at intotomorrow.com and look for the focusCove interview with Jonathan. And I don't know whether I'm supposed to be impressed that as you list priorities, we're at the bottom, or it's just that it's because it's that time of day and now it's time to do the interview.
Yeah. So, and as you can see right now, your day automatically shows by priority, from a priority perspective. You could also switch to a schedule if you just want to know exactly when you are doing your tasks. So whenever you want to prioritize a task, you can use one of the multiple prioritizers that I do have. For example, let's say that I want to prioritize this task. You could use one of these. All these are prioritizers. One of my favorites is the one goal prioritizer here, and it will ask you to input your goal and click done. And now, every time that you prioritize a task, it will ask you, how related is this task to your one big goal, which is finish and release firstly. I'll say, well, this is the task is interview with Dave Graveline. So I will go and say directly. So it's priority one automatically. And let's say that now we talk about simply reading a book. Well, this is always a high priority. But if it was something else, I will put something like low. And you could switch easily prioritizers. Switch easily prioritizers. Like you can go here and in the More tab and click on the prioritizers, where you can select the default prioritizer for projects and for tasks. And let's say that I choose that from now on, I will be using the Eisenhower. For people who are into productivity, they know exactly what the Eisenhower matrix is. We also have the self-wellness prioritizer and many others. So depending on where you are in your life, there is a prioritizer for you. And that is exactly what Firstly does. Like, it helps you keep your focus exactly where you want to be.
That's terrific.
And where it should be.
So who is your app designed for? Any particular group of people, or who should get Firstly, I'm thinking?
So I personally believe that everybody should get Firstly.
Of course.
every single person should get it, because everybody have life goals, and if you do, you should just get it and start doing and start going after them. And if you've already started going after your life goal, you're already living your dream. Well, you could use Firstly to track goals, like I showed the one goal targets prioritizer.
Right.
And that will help you keep your focus on one specific goal at a time.
Terrific. And is it available for both iOS and Android?
Unfortunately, for now, it's not available for Android. It's exclusively available for iOS. But
well, don't forget our half of the world, Android.
Actually, I think it's bigger than the half of the world.
Much bigger.
So the Android version will be coming up very, very soon.
Okay, good. So Firstly, your priority now is to get it on Android, but it is available for iOS. So those of you iPhonies out there, by all means, take advantage. Is there any cost for Firstly, or subscription fees or anything of that nature that folks should be aware of? Oh,
yeah. Two things that I will mention about that people should be aware of is Firstly is a premium app, but it also has a free version.
Okay.
The free version is very limited, and we offer a free trial for 7 days. And then if you decide to upgrade to a premium version, I decided not to go with a subscription, because nobody wants another bill in their life.
Yeah, true.
So it's a one-time fee of $14.99, and that's it. That would be yours forever.
Terrific. Terrific, including updates and whatever else, other features you may add and that sort of thing. So we invite our audience to visit focusCove, C-O-V-E, focusCove.com. And of course, we'll get you there when you visit us at intotomorrow.com. Jonathan Ushindi, the founder of focusCove. Where are you joining us from on this video call?
Oh, San Antonio, Texas.
Okay, very good. So glad to have you. Firstly, keeps your days planned, productive, and focused. So do more of what matters most to you. focusCove.com for more details, and download the app, and you'll let us know when it's available for us Android-type users, and we'll be able to experience it as well. Thanks, Jonathan, for spending a few minutes with us.
Thank you for having me, Dave.
It's my pleasure. Again, focusCove.com, and visit us at intotomorrow.com. We link you to Jonathan's site and all of our guests as always. Be sure to stay tuned. There's much more to come as Into Tomorrow continues. I am Dave Graveline, right here on the Advanced Media Network.